Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at some new Mount and Blade footage of some siege defense, obviously, as you can read on the screen, unless you're blind, and I do apologize. But this is kind of a different take because on the last video, actually it was two videos I did ago about the new Mount and Blade Bannerlord, excuse me. Where we actually showed off the siege warfare on the attacker side. This time it takes a little bit more of a different turn, and we're actually seeing the defender side and seeing how everything works out. At the beginning of the video, you notice that it is very similar to the attacker's perspective, where you can set up siege equipment, or siege defense equipment in this case, where we set up a couple ballistas and all that good stuff. And this is pretty similar to the Mount and Blade Warband sieges, where you have a bunch of archers on the wall and you have defenders set up where the ladders are. However, now in Bannerlord 2, there's like multiple fronts that you actually have to protect and defend against. But it's pretty much the same basis. Obviously a lot more difficult than Mount and Blade Warband, where a lot of times you only had maybe one actual area where you have to defend, where you have just a straight ladder going up. So this is actually a lot more strategic thought into it, and it's pretty awesome seeing it from this side and this perspective, because now it's so realistic feeling, almost as if you're really defending your castle against a ton of soldiers. And what it is I believe we're in like a Britain kind of ordeal, where it's like obviously it's not real Britain, but the defenders are kind of that barbaric feeling, while the attackers are knights. And I don't know, the castle obviously looks cool, so much beautiful graphics. I kind of lost my train of thought, but anyways, moving on, we're gonna see actually how much you can do as like the siege defend commander, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, you're just running around with a bow and arrow, trying to peg off as many people as we can and hold off the enemy for as long as we can. But ultimately, there's nothing you can do. They're gonna break through eventually, unless obviously you have a super large army against them. But as you can tell, what the AI can do, because the AI can pick up these boulders and throw them on it, so why can't you? You're doing the same thing. And what we're about to see in, like, I don't know, 10 seconds is, as the commander, you can call to arms like all your men, well, not all of them, but a chunk of them. And what he's going to do, or she, I don't even know what the gender is of this character, just based on the back. But they're going to call some of the troops and bring them down to the gatehouse, which is currently being invaded by a lot of attackers right now. And you're kind of losing a little bit of ground, so actually you can move your soldiers around to defend a certain part. So let's just say that siege tower, most of the enemies are already killed there. So they decided to pull off the troops, a lot of the troops from there, and move them into the front gatehouse, where now you're going to be able to hold off this huge amount of troops. And it's also super cool that how they can just, like the AI can decide where it wants to go by itself. So like it can decide, alright, let's see about just attacking the front gatehouse, which is awesome. Or they can just go up the ladders, and I believe, obviously we can't see anything just from this angle, but the walls are still getting attacked as we speak. Most likely not by a whole lot of people, because as you can see, the gatehouse is flooded with enemies and allies alike, and it's pretty much just a hack and slash type of go around right now, and it's getting pretty bloody. But one thing I just love about watching this is just, you just get a taste of the in-depth feel. Like you almost feel like you are at the keep defending it. Not that, you know, Mount and Blade, the other Mount and Blades, you didn't feel like in depth. But now, obviously in graphics, we're always going to talk about graphics, how that got up. But just what you can do strategically, what you can do to prepare for the defense is just incredible. And just the whole entire battle scene, what we saw from last time was the attacker's point of view, and what you can do from the defender's point of view. It pretty much balances out. Like, you can be strategic on both sides. You can win as long as you're smart where you send your troops and how you deploy them, how you use them, which means that you can pretty much what's the word I'm looking for? Overcome. I don't know why that was such a difficult word for me to find. Overcome great, disadvantages. And what we'll see at the very end of the video is the statistics of how many men the enemy lost compared to how many men the defenders lost. As you can see, huge discrepancy of 228 attackers died while only 98 defenders died, which is, fantastic if you're the defenders, obviously. But guys, really looking forward to this game. I am looking forward to seeing some more videos that come out as we get closer and closer to the release date of the game. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And I'll be seeing everyone next time. Bye, guys.